All right, day number 3. I tell you, we had a wonderful time here at Green River KOA. We did, turn my rear camera on so I can see the Jeep.
So we're free rolling.
We're free rolling. Yep. So we did, you've already seen the videos, Arches and Canyonlands. If you're in the area, matter of fact, we're going to be driving by them today. In the RV, we're not stopping. But if you're in the area, I highly recommend Green River KOA. And if you only have time for one, I highly recommend going to Arches.
Yes.
Canyonland, you saw the video. It was okay.
It was cool. Everybody has their own preferences of what they like to go see.
Yep. So we are going to try to make it to Gallup, New Mexico. Now, when you last watched us, we were talking about going through Denver, Colorado. Pulled out the All Stays app. If you don't use All Stays, it's a one-time. When we bought it, it was $9.95. It's definitely worth having. But started looking at the route we were going to take. Well, we go over, at that point, one of the tallest areas in the Continental Divide. 10,200 plus feet tall. It had 7.5% to 8% grades that would stretch for 10 miles. Now we are currently, I just pulled up the elevation on the GPS where we are here in Green River. We're at 4,020 feet here at the entrance to the campground. And so we are elected to go through BFE, Rural America. We're going to go 191 down through Moab, get on 491 to 40 and cross over at 40. So we're going to try to make it down to 40 today. There's 2 locations that we could stay the night. Another Cracker Barrel, just a little bit further, and then there's a Walmart. We're going to shoot for the Walmart tonight. We need to buy some groceries. I will tell you, before you come up to the Tetons, kind of like we were in Yellowstone.
The Tetons.
Not the Tetons. The
Arches.
Kind of like when we were in Yellowstone. The prices are, gas. I showed you on the video the other day. Gas was $4.19, where 2 hours up the road we paid like $3.86, I think, if I remember correctly.
Same thing with groceries.
Same thing with groceries. And we had to go to Moab, which was an hour to find a decent little grocery store. And, bread's $5. So I came out with one bag of groceries and one of those little 18 packs of lunch-size chip packets. The only way I can control my chip eating. And it was $42. We're talking about cheese, 1 pack of bacon, a loaf of bread. So anyway, we're going to go down to New Mexico to the Walmart. We've got some grocery shopping to do. We've been on the road for today's day number 5. Yeah, day number 5. So we're going to get on I-70 for a short period of time till we get on 191. We'll bring you back when we have something else to update you. I just want to let you know the route and the change. We're going to save climbing about 2,000. Oh, and the other thing with 70 is it showed like 4 or 5 tunnels that we're going to have to maneuver around.
No, we're going to have to go
through or maneuver around, because some of them were marked.
We're unmarked.
Were marked no height termination or something like that. So we didn't know if we could fit. I'm assuming we could. We're going to go back roads. I think it's about 300 miles we're going to go today. I'll talk to you when we have something else. All right, we're back. We're getting off of Interstate 70. I think we were on it for like 17 miles here at exit 182. We're getting on to Highway 191, US 191. Now, we drove this yesterday because this is the road down to Canyonlands and to Arches. We actually went into Moab last night to get dinner. We ate at Canyon Pizza. I do not recommend it. So we're gonna get on 191, and it's, you know, it's a pretty good road. But when we get to Moab, I'll bring you back in. Moab is going to be very tight with the camper. It's a narrow little town. So I'll bring you back when we get there, as I want you to see the, hopefully the traffic's not too heavy. All right, we are in Moab, Utah. Just pulling into town good. We went through a little bit of the outskirts where some of the RV parks are. Now there's RV parks in town too. I think Sun Properties has one in town that, oh my gosh, it looks tight getting in there. But I'm gonna let this run for a few minutes. You can see kind of what the little town looks like and the traffic, and a lot tighter than the highways. Although we've ridden in much tighter.
Thank goodness the trees aren't right on the road.
Yeah, we were going through Spartanburg, South Carolina. We had just bought this coach because we bought it at Adventure Motorhomes in Greer, South Carolina, and we were going to stay in Spartanburg for 2 weeks
At a state park. And driving down the road, the trees were right up on the road, and the crepe myrtles, and they had just cut them back, so they had those big thick stalks where they cut it every year, scraped right down the side. Luckily, when we went up to Red Bay, Alabama, about 6 or 7 months later, to get some work done on the coach, some warranty work, they were able to buff it out and fix the paints at no cost. So that was nice. But wow, you always hate that first ding, especially when it's the first week you own a $170-something thousand motorhome. Now this is what I wanted y'all to see. So they've got all this parking on the right. We got 18-wheelers and big trucks on the left, and Not a lot of wiggle room.
not much wiggle room. So we're just going to let it roll for another minute as we drive through town, and then
A lot of cute shops, restaurants.
yeah, a lot of cute shops, a lot of cute restaurants, a lot of hotels, beautiful views. It's just surrounded by these beautiful hills. I don't know what to call them, but they're not mountains. Let's see if we can fit between the van and the Bullet Ultralight there on the left.
And just hang back.
As Cindy says, just hang back. And we came down here last night and got a pizza at Canyon Pizza. We stopped at a grocery store, and I said, what's the best pizza? I was having really wanted some pizza, and the lady at the place said, go to Canyon Pizza's the best pizza in town. Well, I can tell you. I asked Cindy, I said, how you like the pizza? She goes, I've had worse. If Canyon Pizza is the best pizza in Moab, I feel sorry for the city of Moab.
Maybe we should have gone to Zach Pizza right here.
Yeah, maybe we should have gone. That Zach Pizza looks pretty good.
Looks are deceiving.
Yep. Oh yeah, I dated her once.
We stopped at a red light, and Chance thinks it's time to go out.
Yeah. And the real reason we came down here is Cindy ran out of wine. And,
Exactly.
and
That's
you can't
not good.
you can't buy wine at a grocery store. And there's only one state store in the area, and it's down here. So I got Cindy a couple bottles. She'll be good till Texas, hopefully. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn. We're through downtown pretty much once we get past McDonald's down here. So we got another 54 miles till we get to 481, 491. And oh, there's Canyon Pizza. Real quick, Cindy, tell them about the
I don't know what that sign was.
There's some weird sign on this plastic fork picture or something on the wall. Anyway,
maybe y'all will know. Evidently, it's a play on a song that somebody made that said, "Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort," or something. And somebody did a play on words of "cut my life into pizzas. This is my plastic fork."
And they had plastic forks and plastic flowers and made a whole mural. It was a whole thing. Anyway, we'll catch y'all on 491 unless something major happens. Bring you back for this is a, let's say 6% downhill grade, but I just went through a really sharp turn, but
hole in the rock.
yeah, there's a hole in the rock up here. I don't know if you can read that on the
rock.
On the rock.
I think this said it was for 2 miles. And that wouldn't have been bad had it not been
For that big turn. Yeah. You should be able to see the hole in the rock. I'll leave it on till we pass the hole, and then there's a little rest area on the left. We could rest and go look at the hole in the rock. Turn left now. Okay.
Oh, there's a general store.
Yep. Oh, that was for the left. That's the hole in the...
That's cool.
Yep. All right. We'll see you back in a little bit. All right. We've made it to Monticello, Utah. And we're going to take this left onto US 491. And we're going to... There's a Maverick station. We haven't seen anything for 100 miles, so we're just going to pull in this Maverick up here and get some gas, go to the bathroom, let Cindy fix some lunch, walk the dogs, check on the cat. So on 191, the biggest hill we climbed was coming right into Monticello here at the end of 191. There was a couple ups and downs, but we got up to roughly 7,050 feet. Right here in Monticello, according to my elevation chart on my GPS, we're at 7,030. We'll pull into this Maverick, although are they open?
This other entrance, well,
no, the gas station is closed.
Awesome.
Because they are paving the parking lot. So, I lied. We're not stopping to get gas. We are continuing on. Although my computer on my dashboard says we have 433 miles before we run out of gas. So we have no issue with not having enough gas to get to, where are we going in New Mexico? Gallup, New Mexico. So we'll fill up somewhere between now and when we stop for tonight. So they need to get those paving machines
out of the Maverick parking lot
And on the road.
and on 491 because this is bad. So anyway, we'll get back with you. We're still on the road. All right, so we are still on 491. We are about a half a mile from the Colorado state line. Let's see, does this say welcome to beautiful Colorado?
Colorful Colorado.
Oh, colorful. Excuse me, I can't read and drive. All right. So I did want to tell y'all that we've had two things that I found. One was scary and one was just maddening. So when we were on 191, there was a travel trailer on the side of the road. Now I could not. It was a narrow part of the road and there was a lot of traffic, so there was nowhere for me to pull off. No time to turn the camera on. But you could see groove marks in the road, and he was pulling his, I think it was a No Boundaries by Forest River camper. He lost his driver's side wheel on the camper, and so he drug his axle or his hub all the way till he could get it safely. I would say needs a new axle, a hub. I don't know if the camper is totaled. I don't know how he's going to get it out of there. It's in a ditch on one side and no wheel, and the hub dragging the ground and grinding it down on the other side. So always check your equipment before you leave for the day. I always do a little walk around, make sure everything looks okay. The second was we were coming up a good grade, and I have a gas motor home, so we slowed down to about 50-55 miles an hour going up this hill with this UPS 18-wheeler double towing pulls right up on my back bumper. He could have read the serial number on my license plate, and then just started flashing his headlights violently for, I'd say it was 3.5 miles before I could find a turnout. Maybe 5 miles before I could find a turnout to let him by. And that's just maddening. He knows there's nowhere I can go. I'm being all I can be. We're climbing mountains. I'm driving a 24,000-pound motorhome towing a Jeep with a gas engine. There's never been anything we haven't been able to cross. If you've ever been through I think it's called the Green Gorge out of South Carolina. Into North Carolina, going to Asheville from Columbia. Now that is the worst range I think we've ever had to pull. Even Continental Divide, we've crossed that 5 times. We slowed down to like 35 miles an hour on that. It was a 4-laner. We're on 2-lane roads. So anyway, that's what's happened. I'll bring you back if anything happens, or if we see something really cool like a hole in the side of the Brock like before. So we'll catch up with you in a little bit. So I tell you, I think we definitely made the right choice by not taking 70. Thank you. That was a nice truck. He doesn't work for UPS. He saw I was running out of lane, and he slowed down and flashed his lights so I could get over. This has been a lot less stressful. We're right here at Dove Creek, Colorado, 6,635 feet. There has been a good bit of up and down, but nothing major. I used to freak out when we was headed to the Continental Divide for the first time. We were leaving Beaufort, South Carolina, Yamasee, South Carolina, headed to Polson, Montana. It was 2,400.
miles, longest ride we'd ever been. And we had to go up to South Dakota, get on 90 and take 90 across. And across the Continental Divide there was like 8,600 feet. So I mean, today we've done a little over 7,000 feet. So it hadn't been too terrible. That truck that just pulled in front of me, that's the nice guy that let me over earlier. I want to be sure and give him plenty of room. But, and added bonus, we're actually, by going through BFE or rural America, we're saving 200 miles on our trip. So instead of it being like 2,040 miles, it's going to be like 1,800 and something. Now the speeds are slower, but that doesn't matter to me. I set my cruise control on 62. Yeah, they say that you're not supposed to tow. I flat tow a 2019 Jeep Wrangler JKU. JLU, I'm sorry. I had to run through the alphabet through my head real quick. It said JLU, which is a 4-door Wrangler. Told you're not supposed to go over 65 miles an hour when you tow. I think it might be a federal law. I set my cruise control on 62 and just enjoy the ride. The speed limits through here have been anywhere from 50 to 65. We're in a 65 zone right now. The truck in front of me is going 55.
Look how peaceful and beautiful that is.
It's a lot more peaceful, a lot more beautiful than fighting the interstate, people flying by you at 90 miles an hour. There's a lot of traffic out here, so not a lot of traffic, but there's a good bit of traffic that if you end up having a mechanical problem, I'm sure someone would stop to help or check on you. So we're in Cortez, Colorado. I'm letting Cindy out. We found a Maverick gas station. We've got just a little under 3/4 of a tank, but while I'm pumping gas, Cindy's walking up to the pump, you can't see her. While I'm pumping gas, Cindy can make some lunch. All right, Maverick, $105.03 for 24.7 gallons. This requires 87. So we got the 87, which is $424.9. Cute gas station. All right, since this was the first time that we were able to get back on the highway. This is since the last fill up we did at Love's in Green River, Utah, and then we were able to fill up here in Cortez, Colorado. I'm actually able to figure out what the mileage was. Now, considering, I think we did great. Matter of fact, I think the mileage is getting better as the camper gets a little bit older. And since we've been using that additive in the gas to protect it and whatnot, there goes another Tiffin. We got 6.7 miles to the gallon. Now think about all the hills that we climbed and the grades. I'm very happy with that. It wouldn't surprise me when we get to Texas to be able to see over 7 miles a gallon, which I don't think I've ever done. So we're going to continue on.
Tell them what happened at the gas station.
Oh, yeah, so we went to the Maverick, and I've never had this happen. I put my credit card in. Now, you know when you have a credit card and you're traveling, you always have to put it in travel mode. Either call the bank, go to the app and do the setting. So I've done that.
We're in like our fifth state, and I went to put my thing in. It says see cashier, and I said, "Oh, great!" I mean, we do carry $1,000 worth of cash when we travel, just in case we have problems with the credit cards or the apocalypse happens and the internet goes down and they can't run credit cards. So I went inside and I said, I don't understand. I put my card in travel mode. She goes, let me see. Oh, you're from out of state. We require you to get an authorization code. How much of a limit do you want to put, or do you want to have it completely open? Look at that old Tiffin over there. Said that I said just unlimited. I don't know how much it's going to take. It probably won't take more than 125, but just open it up. So she did. I went out, and the authorization code's good for a half an hour. Plugged it in the machine, and I filled it up. $105. Now we're headed down the road. We'll see you in a little while. Thought I'd show a little bit of 491 right here through Colorado and just show you how beautiful and peaceful going back roads can be. Wow, look at that bird. See what's over this little hilltop right here. We've dropped down to 5,400 feet.
See the mountain ranges in the distance?
So anyway, if nothing else happens, we'll bring you in when we cross into New Mexico. All right. Says we are 0.3 of a mile from the state line. I think here's the sign up here. New Mexico welcomes you. All right, and the roads changed. You know how you can always tell, like sometimes you go from county to county to road. As soon as we drove out of Colorado, Colorado had nice, smooth roads. We are in New Mexico, and the roads, I mean, you can tell by the road noise. The roads are not as well kept in New Mexico so far. The jury's out. We'll let you know. The jury is no longer out. Holy crap. Man, Colorado, the roads were nice and smooth. I'm going to be exhausted tonight if we're on 491. New Mexico's no joke. Holy mackerel.
Well, we hit that
one gully. It was a gully that went across the road, I think. I came 6 inches out of my seat. Thank God there's a lot of room up there. All your stuff just fell off the dash. We'll be back. Hopefully the camper's in one piece. All right, so we just drove through. The roads have evened out a little bit. But Cindy, look up the governor's name of New Mexico. I need to send her an email or something about the road situation. But we just went through, and I wouldn't film it, Navajo, New Mexico. I thought I was in a third world country. Cindy says, get me out of here. All the mile marker signs on the side of the road full of bullet holes. Oh my God, that housing, I guess it looked like there was an Indian reservation off to the left-hand side of the road, but it was a little frightful, wasn't it?
Well, everything's so barren.
Yeah.
There's not a tree.
Ain't no grass.
And all of a sudden you'd see these little houses out in these fields. No trees, no nothing.
No shade. They just looked like, I don't know, they were pretty worn out houses. Not outhouses, but worn out houses. So, yeah, there's a little bit of grass popping up. But what's really, I find interesting is like this over here. You'll be riding along, and
of the dirt is this big square. It looks like a fort, but it's not. It's structures,
Just a mountain
of dirt and rocks. It's, I guess, pushed up over the years out of the ground. I don't know. So anyway, New Mexico. Doesn't like it's going to be very eventful, but we'll be back. We'll be back in a little bit. Hey y'all, it's Alec. Travel day 3 in the books. We're in Gallup, New Mexico. Boondocking at the Walmart. We called the store operator. She said as long as we parked up here by Carl's Jr. Which, let me see if I can get Carl's Jr. There you go. If we parked up next to Carl's Jr., then we were good to stay. There are 2 more motorhomes parked right here in the area, and there's another one parked out of bounds a little bit further down. So one fill up today for $105. What did I say? 298 miles total. 799.6 miles. I'm gonna say we've driven 800 miles in 3 days. We spent $475 in gas. Cindy just looked up. If we drove straight to Rockport Holiday KOA in Rockport, Texas, it would be another 863 miles. So we're just shy of halfway, but I think we're going to stop in Kerrville, see Cindy's sister in Texas for 2 or 3 days. And so that'll probably add another 50 miles to the journey. So anyway, we're going to go in Walmart, get some get some groceries. And then across the street, I think she said there's an Applebee's or a Chili's or something that we'll go for dinner. We'll go in Carl Jr.'s for breakfast and get a biscuit, and then we'll hit the road. See you on the next one.